in the fluorescent-lit bowels of the gleaming corporate tower that scraped the Chicago skyline like a smug middle finger to the south side, dreams it overlooked. Marcus Washington, a broad-shouldered black man in his mid-30s with calloused hands that had scrubbed more floors than most folks had climbed stairs, froze mid-swipe with his mop as the elevator dinged open like a judge's gavel. Out stepped Reginald Hargrove, the silver-haired CEO in his crisp navy suit, tie knotted tighter than his bigoted worldview, his face twisting into that patented patronizing smirk that said, "I own this building, and by extension your very breath," and there, in front of a cluster of wide-eyed interns clutching their lattes like shields, Hargrove locked eyes on Marcus, who was just trying to clean up the coffee spill from the morning rush, and barked, "Boy, you call that mopping? My grandmother could do better blindfolded, and she was from the holler, not some project." The word hung in the air like tear gas, the interns shifting uncomfortably, one whispering, "Did he just?" while Marcus's jaw clenched, his dark eyes flashing with the fire of 1,000 unspoken yes-sirs that had chained his daddy before him, and his granddaddy's daddy too. But he swallowed it down, muttering, "Yes, sir. I'll get it right, because bills don't pay themselves and dreams don't fill empty fridges." But inside, oh man, inside his chest thundered like a storm over Lake Michigan. Thinking one day, you smug cracker, one day you'll choke on that privilege, and as Hargrove sauntered off, chuckling to his phone about keeping the help in line, Marcus gripped the mop handle like a baseball bat, the wood splintering just a hair under his grip, the whole scene etching into his soul like acid on steel, a heartbeat moment that pulsed with the raw injustice of a system built to kneel black knees, while white heels stayed polished. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end, folks, because what comes next? It's the kind of twist that Axiom USA lives for. Stories that hit where it hurts and heal where it heals. Flashback a beat to the night before. Marcus trudging home through the cracked sidewalks of Englewood, his janitor blues swapped for faded jeans and a Bulls hoodie, the weight of 12-hour shifts pulling at his shoulders like invisible chains, dreaming of the architecture degree he'd shelved a decade ago when tuition hikes and a baby's cry made realistic the enemy of ambition. His wife, Lena, waiting on the stoop with their toddler Jamal Jr. giggling over a half-eaten popsicle, her warm hug melting the chill as she whispered, "Rough day, baby? Tell Mama." And he did, spilling the microaggressions that piled up like unpaid parking tickets, her eyes narrowing with that fierce mama bear fire saying, "One of these days, Marcus. God's got a sense of humor bigger than Hargrove's ego, you wait." Cut to the office the next dawn, Marcus clocking in early, the hum of fluorescence buzzing like angry hornets, his buddy Rico, the wiry Latino maintenance guy in his 40s with a perpetual coffee stain on his shirt and a grin that could disarm a bomb, slapping him on the back with, "Hey, hermano, you look like you wrestled a ghost last night, what's the tea?" And Marcus venting over lukewarm vending machine Joe, Rico's eyes widening comically as he mimed strangling an invisible suit, quipping, "Man, if I had $1 for every time that pinstripe pendejo profiled me, I'd own the damn company, hell I'd make it a taco truck empire." Their laughter echoing down the empty hall, a brief sunlight in the storm, but then the whispers started. Frantic texts buzzing like flies, board meeting gone sideways overnight, Hargrove's creative accounting exposed in a whistleblower leak that smelled like federal subpoenas, the old man's empire crumbling faster than a Jenga tower at a frat party. And by 9 a.m. the C-suite was a circus of panicked calls and shredders overheating. Marcus, oblivious, pushed his cart past the glass-walled conference room, catching snippets. "He's ruined us." "The founder's will, wait, the contingency clause." His heart skipping as Rico burst in, phone aloft like Moses with the tablets, gasping, "Manny, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Turns out your great-uncle Elias, the one who built half this skyline back when they wouldn't let him through the front door, he buried a clause in the company charter, bloodline inheritance if the CEO ever crossed the line into felony fraud. And boom, Hargrove's ass is out and you're the next in line, 'cause you're Elias's last living kin." Mid-story rehook. But hold up, just as Marcus's world tilts like a funhouse mirror, Hargrove storms in, red-faced and reeking of scotch at 10 a.m., cornering him in the supply closet with a venomous hiss. "You think you can waltz in here on some affirmative action fairy tale? I built this, you clean it, boy, or I'll have security drag your lazy." But Marcus, dignity straightening his spine like rebar, cuts him off with a calm, "Sir, times change. Even for kings who forgot they're just tenants." The door bursting open to cops in crisp blues. badges glinting like Justice's teeth, hauling Hargrove away in cuffs while the office erupts in a symphony of gasps and cheers. Rico whooping, "Ole el rey Janitor," as bystanders, white-collar drones in khakis and blouses, murmur in shock. One Karen type clutching her pearls, another snapping pics for the group chat. Cut to the suburban sprawl of Oak Park, where Marcus pulls up in the company limo that very afternoon. Lena's eyes bugging out from the porch as he steps out in a borrowed blazer. Their neighbors, that busybody HOA enforcer Mrs. Wilkins, all pursed lips and clipboard under her arm, who'd once fined them for unkempt lawn code for those people, peering over fences with mouths agape. Marcus flashing a grin that said checkmate as he hugs his boy, whispering, "Daddy's home early, champ, want to see the big office?" The irony thick as fog off the Des Plaines River. Hargrove's mugshot already viral on the evening news. His empire donated per the will to community scholarships for kids like young Jamal, who dreamed bigger than the boxes society built. And in the quiet of their kitchen that night, Lena toasting with grape juice in mismatched mugs. To the janitor who mopped up the mess and swept the throne, Marcus's eyes misty, thinking not justice, not yet, but damn if it ain't a start. The camera pulling back slow over the neighborhood lights flickering on, a chorus of crickets underscoring the fragile piece. Final rehook. But whispers linger. Hargrove's got friends in high places. A countersuit brewing in the shadows. And Marcus knows the real work's just beginning. Will he hold the crown or will they drag him back to the mop? Stick around for part 2 because in America, the boss's chair creaks under more than just weight. It groans with the ghosts of what we've yet to bury.